So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
You go 54. You got that right there. Check. 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Just like that. Just like that.
Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 16. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rivers on the money, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
41's coming. 41.
Hey, Delta!
Check 13.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
25 yards that time. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Left. Right.
Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Texans first down.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go one more. Check 24. Check 24. Check 29.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and long. It's Watson. The catch made by Miller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. 20. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Bang, bang, bang to the 4.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Alert. Check. Lucky. 26. Hey, 31.
Watson now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Flush to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Check it backer. Check. Wide. Get wide.
Alpha! White!
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by, and it's a fumble. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Cochran, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. High throw, but the catch is made. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, exit.
Mark 55.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Go.
Check, 55 to Mike. Squeeze, double.
Wait, 89.
Rivers on first down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch twist. Hey, go orange. Hey, Charlie.
41's coming.
41.
Working out of the gun, Rivers escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and very short, Rivers. They'll buy some time right. And right side, Henry's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check safety, check safety.
Left. Behind.
They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And some space here. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the 2nd half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the 2nd half.
This is it. 19. Alert.
Tighten up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed out quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Under 10.
Orange bound 4.
He's checking. Crash.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Alpha!
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm
Hey, hot!
Third and long for Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Caught out left side by Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Ready! Block 15!
Say we got man.
Cross direct. Hey, box truck.
Throwing on third and long. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Heavy on the edges.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check 26. Hey, Delta!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Stay there. 190. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Buffalo one, Buffalo one. Wait, 89.
Now Gordon on first down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Cluster, cluster, cluster.
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 11 yards there, first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. J.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let's get off the field, D.
Brown. He hot.
Right there.
He hot.
Rivers to throw it. Pass the trap. Allen Robinson. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 23.
I smell fear in that offense. To the car.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Fells has it, left side. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back to throw, Watson, flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Watson with a give to Miller. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
You got nothing.
Watson on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. The 20. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Now Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Set. You 18. Watching you 5. I got 1. 24. Switch. Out.
Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Watson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Melvin Ingram. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Southern California.